Greetings. The new science of quantum physics has proven that all things, including us, are composed of trillions of swirling atoms. As humans, we have a hard time visualizing ourselves as energy in the form of light particles and light waves that are captured in these physical forms. When we think of health and wellness in the new energy, we must examine what that really means to how we must maintain bodies that are balanced and not susceptible to disease and aging. When we think of our bodies, we look in the mirror and see a physical form which we think is all there is to us. But we fail to realize that we are really four bodies in one. We also have an emotional body that houses all of our emotions, both positive and negative. We have a mental body that holds all of our belief systems that we collect over our lifetime from our family, educators, friends, and the environment. The fourth body is our soul or spirit, that is the piece of God's Spirit that we receive at birth and is silently with us until the day we die, when it returns back to the Supreme Creator, or as some call, heaven. Let us now look at what is the reality of being humans in energy form. First of all, we think of our physical bodies as being finite. We are born, grow up, live our working lives, retire, age to a certain number of years, and die. If our physical bodies are really composed of energy, something is wrong with that picture. The new science tells us energy can never be destroyed, but can be changed. Our body's energy can change over time, but it is our culture and belief systems that indicate how many years we can live in physical bodies on this earth. When we think of health and wellness in the new energy, we know that our lifetime is not finite, but can change to give us more time. History tells us there were people who lived to extremely old age, 600 to 900 years. We might not aspire to live that long, but the potential is there to change our lifespan, to give us more time to accomplish why we came to this earth at this time. How do we accomplish a change in energy to give us longer lives? We need to examine the energy that resides in our emotional, mental, and spirit bodies to determine the changes required. The title of this message is You Reap What You Sow. This is a very old saying, but it holds a new meaning when you consider it in the new energy. Farmers are very aware of what it takes to reap an excellent crop. But do we understand what we must do to extend our lives? Science has been very active in determining why disease impacts the physical body. What is found as disease, which is an energy frequency, does not start in our physical bodies, but often comes in from one of the unseen bodies. Let us begin with the emotional body. Both positive and negative emotions are stored up in this body. What we fail to realize is we can become angry with someone, and after it is all over, bury it with never a thought. Unfortunately, those angry thoughts against another are stored up in our emotional bodies. Likewise, when we fall in love with another, those emotions also stay with us for our entire lifetime. The emotions may change over time, but they never disappear. As well, when we see horrific scenes in our lives, whether in war or as first responders, that emotion is tucked away in our emotional bodies and returns as PTSD. Sometimes what we see and hear is beyond our control, but the result is still the same and is stored as energy that can show up in our physical bodies years later as disease or impairment. The soul or spirit of a person is probably the least understood of the four bodies, but it really is the most important for the health and welfare of the other three bodies. First of all, we must ask ourselves why we even have a soul. The vast majority of people on earth believe we have a soul that lives on after we die and goes to some heavenly reward. Entire religions have been built, their belief systems, on guiding people during their lifetime to receive a final reward in some heavenly realm. We have spent so much time over the millennia trying to figure and find a home for our soul after life that we fail to realize the importance of the soul during a person's lifetime. Most people don't even think of the purpose of a soul when they are alive, and then worry about it as they grow old. The soul or spirit is like all of us and is composed of energy. However, when God created us, He gave us free will to live our lives in whatever way we desire. Since the Creator is energy and is referred to as the light of the world, and the new science shows that quantum light can be in multiple places, God may be closer to us than we ever realized. Since energy likes to collect with other energy, the Creator sought to have every person seek a connection with the all that is. Without the connection of our soul to the Spirit of God, we will never know the health and wellness that is available to each of us in this lifetime, and how long we can live on this earth.